Ahoy, ahoy, everyone. Welcome to this week's episode of the Disney Dining Show. I am your host, Craig Williams, and today we are going to take you on a culinary journey around Walt Disney World with another edition of Eat, Treat, or Trash. And joining me for this week's episode of the Disney Dining Show, we have, of course, Erica Resnick.
Hi, friends.
And, of course, Rhino.
Hey, yummy, yummy.
Oh, this is a fun one because we're taking a ride around the monorail plus Wilderness Lodge as well too. So I guess there is boat transportation involved and we are going to play Eat, Treat, or Trash. And if you don't remember what that is, it's a fun game that we play that gets criticized endlessly because when someone hasn't eaten at a restaurant and they say, what's the point of playing the game until you eat there? It's going to be okay. We'll explain the rules in a second. I'm going to tell you about Dreams Unlimited Travel as if you don't know about it. If you like our content and you want to support us, book a vacation through Dreams Unlimited Travel. It costs you no extra money and you get the support of one of the amazing Dreams Unlimited Travel agents. So for a free, no obligation quote, head over to dreamsunlimitedtravel.com today. Okay, Eat, Treat, or Trash, Monorail Edition plus Wilderness Lodge.
Monorail.
As you know, we are Monorail. We are breaking down
Barriers.
which restaurants at these hotels that we would eat at every day, the ones that we're married to, restaurants that are that, the stable thing in our life. You might say marry again, as I just did. You then have the ones you want to trash. And that's restaurants that, it might be one that you just don't like, or unfortunately, you have two other ones that you love. So something has to be trashed. Doesn't mean it's bad. Let's get away from the word trash being a bad connotation. It's a fun game. Just something has to go in that category. Doesn't mean it is. So you would want to kill that restaurant off. We're doing the game. And then we have Treat, the treat yourself restaurant, the one that you're not going to go to every day, but you're like, oh, on a special occasion, I'm going to get me some of that. And I'm not going to say what the equivalent of that is because I'm just not. But that's the rules. Again, don't have to eat at the restaurants. You don't have to say which restaurants you haven't eaten at, too. Just justify it however you want in your head. Put it into the category, and we're going to have fun. These hotels we're going over are the Contemporary Resort, the Grand Floridian Resort, and Spa, but we're not going to include the spa in this, just the resort. Then the Polynesian Village Resort and Wilderness Lodge. Now, a lot of these resorts do have more than 3 restaurants, so some stuff is getting left off the list. At Grand Floridian, Victoria and Albert's did not make the cut for the 3 of us, but we all know where that would have went anyways. That would have went straight to the trash because none of us have eaten there, so automatically it's trash, and I think we'll all go on the record and say Victoria and Albert's trash restaurant, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm not attaching my name to that.
No, okay.
I would like to treat myself.
I already tweeted it out, Rhino, so it's on there. It's on the internet forever now.
It'll never leave.
Nope, it's there for good.
Scrub the net.
Mm-hmm. We'll have to get Sandy B in on that one. She'll be able to help us here. But we are going to start this fun game at Contemporary because I feel like this is going to be one of the easier ones for us. And that leads us to the restaurants. What will they be? Well, Contempo Cafe, Steakhouse 71, California Grill, Eat, Treat, Trash. The choice is yours.
I know.
Okay.
I am going to eat at Steakhouse 71 because I like the idea that you can go in there, sit at the bar, have a cocktail, and I feel like there's a couple of things on the menu at least that I would like to try. And that way I can just pop over to Magic Kingdom when I'm done because it's still on the first floor. I don't have to go through an elevator or whatever. So for me, it seems easiest to be the everyday thing. The treat for me is California Grill. It's pricey, but you know what? A special occasion with a fireworks view up there, that's a treat. And then trash, that Contempo Cafe. It's gross. I never like it. I feel like it's an afterthought, and it's just in this open area. It feels like you're eating in an alley like a raccoon, I said, but ran out of breath. That's it. That's where I sit at.
Now, here we go. I'm gonna throw a wild card in on here because I put in Contempo because I feel like, we talked about it on our disappointing restaurant list. It's a disappointment. It was an easy trash, so that way we don't have to, subject one of the other two to it. But yeah, I'm calling an audible on this one. Chef Mickey's. Chef Mickey's, Steakhouse 71, California Grill.
Wait, so we're
Does that
removing-
change
This
it?
changes a lot of
Does
things.
it change anything, Rhino, for you?
I don't think so. Because
It's in the same location.
yeah, it's in the same location. Like the idea of the buffet it gets me a little bit more, and the variation between like a breakfast or a dinner, and obviously Mickey being there. But it's still one of those where I'm like, if this is the hotel of the future, why do these restaurants feel like they're in an open air space? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't feel like they. I want more than just like I want the ambiance, the architecture, the everything. I'm bougie. I don't know. So I don't think it does. I don't think it changed anything. I think I'm Mick Mouse, trash can.
Okay. Chef Mickey's. Erica, I just screwed you up here because you were ready to trash Contempo Cafe,
Yeah.
and I don't know about the other two. But
This-
where are you at now?
This changes my life.
Yeah.
Okay. I love character dining, and the thought of a buffet, I have different options, right? I could, that's somewhere I could eat every day. So that would be my eat. And my treat would be California Grill. And then I would have to trash Steakhouse 71.
Wait, you're eating every day at the buffet?
Yeah, I can
You like
change
rats?
it up.
You like when a restaurant is infested by rats? Is that what you like?
If it's Mickey, it's fine.
All right.
But listen, here's the thing. I could have variety.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why it's there. I wouldn't have to eat the same thing every day. I don't have to get a Mickey waffle every day, but I could change it up. And I love watching the monorail pass by. Monorail. So,
okay.
That's fine.
All right.
For me.
All right.
To be fair, Steakhouse 71 only has one thing for me to eat.
Well, that's definitely a huge factor then.
So that factors in differently for me. But I love Chef Mickey's.
I'll respect your decision.
Thank you.
It's not a bad decision. I think I'm gonna. Oh man, I don't know because I did say that Steakhouse 71 was one of my most disappointing restaurants. So, I made it really difficult on myself here. Regardless of where I go with it, I'm in my little game that I'm playing with myself. If I had to eat at one of them every single day, if I was married to one of them, it would be California Grill. Yes, right now, the current cost of it is $89 per adult plus tax with the 3-course menu. But there is so much on the menu that I would eat from sushi rolls on the appetizer menu to black truffle pizza and goat cheese ravioli. Could have something different every single night. Even the same goes for the entree, from the filet of beef, the pork tenderloin, saffron risotto, fire roasted venison. Like I will eat just bounce around daily. I will gain even more weight than I already have, but I could justify it every day. Treating myself, that's the question. Do you treat yourself to a Chef Mickey's and get the character experience, or do you treat yourself to a Steakhouse 71 burger? Because that's basically the thing I love most from there. I'm going to treat myself to Chef Mickey's.
Oh.
Yeah, and I'm
It's a
going to
good
trash
choice.
Wow.
Steakhouse 71. Yeah, again, treat myself because you know what? You go there, you see Mickey, you have some buffet food that's not great, but ultimately it's a fun experience. So I don't know if I feel great about it, but that's the choice I made. Eat California Grill, treat Chef Mickey's, trash Steakhouse 71.
Final answers.
I need
Gotta
to go
live with it.
shower. I'm going to shower now. Okay, let's move on to something I feel like is a little bit easier now. Maybe
Sure.
not. Maybe not. Do I call another audible on this one versus what I was going to? Because I feel like so Grand Floridian's our next resort.
Yeah.
And of course we have on here for Eat, Treat, or Trash. We have Citricos.
Mhm.
We have Narcoossee's.
Mhm.
We'll make it hard. Not obviously Victoria and Albert's. Grand Floridian Cafe. Narcoossee's. Citricos. The choice is yours.
This is really hard for me because I don't like any of these places. So I'd really rather not have any of them in my bed.
Well, you have to marry one of them, and you have to kill one of them.
Wait, Narcoossee's, Citricos, and Grand Floridian Cafe.
Yes.
So
That's the
Grand
quick
Floridian
service?
Cafe, no.
that's
That's,
the
that's
sit-down?
Sarsaparilla Island.
Sarsaparilla
Grill
is-
I get
Yeah.
the two mixed up all the time.
Grand Floridian Cafe is the one that's just to the right of the gift shop down that hallway. Kind of like probably shares the same kitchen, honestly, as
Yeah.
Gasparilla Island Grill. And open for breakfast, brunch-ish, and then lunch and dinner. So multiple meals throughout the day. They have that one burger with lobster on it.
I've eaten there.
Yeah.
Once.
And so you have that. And then, of course, Narcoossee's is out on the water, smoke on the water. Right now, it's got a kind of be a seafood steakhouse with a little bit of a New Orleans twist as well to it. And then you have Citricos. That's the Mary Poppins themed eatery right next to Victoria and Albert's. That's a bougie experience, one that I believe Pete thinks is right up there with Flying Fish, and I know
Okay.
Erica enjoyed it as well
Oh,
too.
I loved it.
Do you want to go first then, Erica?
Yes, I
What's
have
up?
my list.
Wait, you love Narcoossee's.
No.
No, you love the one on the water,
Citricos.
which is not the one on the water.
Yes.
I
They all
literally
sound like the
explained-
same words.
I
They all
explained
sound
it
like the
all.
same words.
I made sure to say their exact
Mary
location.
Pops. Yeah.
Yes.
Mary's Pops.
That's one of the reasons why I loved it. But the food there also was just the
No.
attention to detail was amazing.
Mary Poppins is the one inside.
Yes,
Yes.
that's Citricos. Narcoossee's.
Okay.
Narcoossee's is on the water.
Okay. All right. I know
And
my
it
I know my
smells like
choices
seafood.
We're
too.
letting
Yeah.
Erica go first,
Go
so
ahead.
you
So-
have time to look at a map.
I
I don't need maps.
recently finally ate at Grand Floridian Cafe. Okay, so I'm excited for this one.
Mm-hmm.
So I am going to eat at Grand Floridian Cafe.
Okay.
There's a good variety of things. I had a really great time there, and I feel like a lot of the menu stuff I can modify and make different. I'm going to treat myself to Citricos. I feel like I would treat myself there once a week if I could, so that's why it's there for me. And unfortunately, this is the way the cookie crumbles. And Narcoossee's, I'm sorry, you're going to the trash.
Okay.
I apologize.
Okay. Rhino, you're up.
I am going to trash the Grand Floridian Cafe because I hate the location. It feels like a restaurant in a hallway. And I remembered immediately when you were like, it's next to the gift shop. And I'm like, oh, yeah, that place where I was like, that can't be a restaurant. That's literally just a hallway where they put tables and chairs. I did eat some good salmon there, but I'm going to trash that. I'm going to eat at Citricos, I think, because I feel like I've been there like once or twice. And you know me, I love a Mary Poppins theming. And Narcoossee's, I'm going to say treat only because I feel like it's on the water. It'll be nicer. Don't love the idea that it smells like fish. And honestly, I'd probably just trash it if I could do 2 trash barrels. But I'm going to treat myself, I think, to give it a shot, to give it a solid shot. So there we go. That's my numbers.
Okay. I like it. This is a tough one. I will say one of the things that's throwing me off now is I look at the menu, the current menu for Grand Floridian Cafe. I just mentioned the burger with the lobster on it. It was the lobster thermidor burger. That's not on the menu anymore. But at the same time, they do have a chicken and waffle item on the menu, and I do love chicken and waffle. Let me double check on dinner. Make sure they didn't just move that burger to dinner. Buttermilk fried chicken for dinner, the signature burger, no lobster, steak and frites, pan-seared salmon, gnocchi with red pepita pesto. That sounds good. A pork shank. Lots of good stuff on this menu, but I'm going to trash Grand Floridian Cafe.
Two.
Yeah, I'm not, honestly, I'm looking at it and there are things here and there that I would pull from it. Nothing is like jumping out at me though that it's like I must have, whereas
It's location for me is a big factor. Location is a big factor in my choice.
I'm fine with the location on it, and I've had very enjoyable meals there with good friends, good times. You know, a true Guy Fieri celebration in Grand Floridian Cafe. I'm just not right now. The menu, as of this time we're doing, it's not vibing with me. On a different, if we do this again in 3 months, they change that menu up. Maybe it is now, because the same could go with Citricos and Narcoossee's. Right now, I would say my eat every day, I'm going broke, but it's going to be Citricos. It just has more of, it has more options on its menu, and it's been a while since I've eaten there, but it was always good before, and if it is this good now, then I feel like I'm going to be in on it. I want that tile fish. I want that mahi-mahi. I want the filet, a New York strip, rigatoni, house-made rigatoni. rigatoni. They're making that in house. Guava barbecued short ribs. Get out of here. Get out of here. And that's just the entrees. I'm not even talking about truffled mac and cheese and smoked cauliflower and arancini and I would keep going on and on. And then, yeah, for a treat, I'd say Narcoossee's. And it's nothing against Narcoossee's. I have the least experience with it. I'm hoping, when it went through its refurb, I'm hoping they got the smell out. I have not eaten there since it was pre-refurb on it, so it has been a while with it, but I could definitely treat myself here. Shrimp and grits on the appetizer menu. It's acceptable, I believe, to get it at Narcoossee's, but not acceptable to get it at Homecoming. I've learned my lesson. At Homecoming, you only get fried chicken, apparently. Moving on with that, though. And then, there's plenty of stuff in the entrees. The redfish, the pork chop, surf and turf. I could pull from there, but I'd rather take this one as a specialty where I'm out on the water watching fireworks. So, yeah, eat. Citricos, treat. Narcoossee's, trash. Grand Floridian Cafe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, this next one's a tough one. It's a tough one. Polynesian Village Resort. And after the tough two that we just went through, I feel like this one actually might be a little bit easier. But we have at Polynesian Ohana, Kona Cafe, Trader Sam's. Eat, treat, or trash.
I know.
The choice is yours.
Okay.
Okay.
I am going to eat at Ohana. I have since forgotten the other location. Trader Sam's. I'm going to treat myself to Trader Sam's. Guys, I might have a problem. And I am going to trash Kona. So I feel like I've been to Kona once or twice. And I feel like the hype for the restaurant doesn't match either of the experiences I've had there. And I know that a lot of people Ohana can be give or take, and Ohana can be expensive. It used to be the thing that when I was a cast member, that's what we used the holiday discount on. Once a year, you could look forward to it. And then they took that from us. But I feel like I've had so many great memories at Ohana, and when Ohana is popping, it is popping. So I feel like it's just a staple. So I like it so much. The Trader Sam's is a treat yourself because it's one of those things where I like it. It can get exhausting because being a local, when people keep visiting and they're like, want to go to Trader Sam's? You want to go to Trader Sam's? You're like, no. But when you do, you're like when we go and we get a new tiki mug, I'm always like, you know what? This is a pretty solid drink. I'm happy to be here.
Shut your mouth.
Yeah.
It's a great place.
I was going to say the drinks they're good. And that's the thing is it's just maybe I'm just not wealthy enough, I think, it'd be my local haunt, as it were. But I do love a good tiki mug. I love a good thing there, and I like their food items they have there too. So I say it's a treat because it is one of those. The bill will get expensive very quickly, but Ohana, I could eat that food that's offered at Ohana any day of the week.
Well, see, the problem with Ohana that you say, which I will interject now, and I'll let you go
Too
after
expensive.
Erica. No, it's just Ohana. You pointed out when it's popping, it's popping.
That's
it's
exactly
off
true.
the charts. However, when it's bad, it is bad. When the meats aren't good, and then you're like, "Oh, I ate all salad and noodles and dumplings
Filled up on the
and
pineapple bread,
chicken on the bone, and pineapple bread." It's when it's that, yeah, it's a good meal, but you want the meat to deliver. You want it to be the Arby's of Disney restaurants, and when it's not, it's bad. And I can't in my right mind eat there every day just taking the chance on whether or not it's good. And I certainly can't treat myself there feeling like, oh, I just wasted money because I treated myself and it didn't say. And in my reality, this is the restaurant as it is.
Just headed to the trash bin.
You cannot just say in an ideal world it's perfect every single time. And because of that, I've got to move Ohana to trash. And you know what? I thought for a second, maybe it's breakfast could save it for me. But no, it's a $45
I've never been there for breakfast.
And granted, it's a fine breakfast.
What do you get?
Scrambled eggs, sausage, Hawaiian-style ham, fried island-style potatoes, unlimited Mickey Waffles biscuits, the pineapple coconut breakfast bread, on the plant-based menu, cinnamon sugar donut.
$45 donut.
Yeah, but it's, it comes close, but it doesn't get all the way across the finish line for me. So Ohana, yeah, I'm gonna have to leave Ohana behind. I'm gonna have to trash Ohana. And then that comes down to Trader Sam's and Kona, and I think I'm going to eat daily at Kona. You know, it might not be the greatest menu, but at least I could do sushi from the Kona Island. So always a nice, good variety of sushi that you can have, and we had it recently, you know, earlier this year. It was delicious. Poke bowls, delicious. The mahi bacon, lettuce, and tomato sandwich. I think it's a sandwich still. I can't remember. I had it. Short ribs, chicken. There's enough on there. Kahuna burger. Yeah, I'd be okay with it. And right now, pineapple coconut bread pudding. Daily. I could have that daily. And then Grog Grotto, I'll treat myself to it because they've got a very small menu, not a lot. Really, I'm treating myself to liquid calories there, getting those drinks. So, yeah, that's where I'm at. Erica?
Well, guess what?
My exact same as mine?
Yep.
Yep.
Same exact list.
Good. Throw Rhino overboard.
Fine.
Shiver me timbers.
It's just Ohana's not worth it for me.
It's I can
not.
see that 100%.
And
What do they give you? Just the noodles?
Yeah. And I've had breakfast there fairly recently, I think within the past 6 months to a year. And like it was nice, but I felt pretty limited in that sense. I feel like I can get more food out of going to Kona because I can eat the sushi. They've got some really fun noodles and stuff. And I've never been to Trader Sam's, so that would be a big treat for me to be able to go and take in some liquid calories. So that's why I've got the same exact list.
Okay. Now, the breakfast right now, I know Lilo and Stitch are there. Is it then Pluto? Who else is there? Or is it just them?
Girl, I don't know. When I went, characters weren't back yet.
Oh, it was. So you. Okay. Well, that changed. Would Lilo and Stitch being at breakfast
Stitch
put that
would
over?
kind of push me to closer, making it like a treat option for me because I do love Stitch, but it also comes down to the fact of I don't think I'd be able to have a lot of variety.
No. It's okay. So the characters: Lilo, Stitch, Pluto, and Mickey. It's good characters. I don't. No, it doesn't change anything for me. Doesn't change it. So
I
I'm
can
sticking
wave
with
at
where I
them
am.
somewhere else.
Yet Chef Mickey's jumped to the top of your list because of the characters.
I know.
Erica,
But
Holes
I
in your
think-
story.
No,
today we spell Erica
but listen.
LIAR.
No, listen.
HYPOCRIT.
Listen, at Chef Mickey's, now they have the full buffet back, so you can get up and get what you want, so I can change my stuff. I
Okay.
feel like having the skillet delivered to me is a little different, especially since I can't have all of the meat that is offered at Ohana. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I would only be able to have shrimp, and I can only have so much shrimp. My cholesterol cannot handle it.
I believe it's a cholesterol-free food when you're eating at Disney.
At Disney, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
My doctor would
Pretty
say incorrect.
Well, your doctor is mistaken. So, okay, we'll move on to our final one then because we're off the monorail loop. We took a boat over to Wilderness Lodge. We're still in that Magic Kingdom area. It's going to be fine. This one could have been hard. It probably still will be because I'm sure we're going to have to explain to Rhino as we move throughout this where each location is.
Probably. It's a solid bet. Yeah.
Wilderness Lodge, Eat, Treat, or Trash. We have Storybook Dining at Artist Point. Now, Rhino, this is the one right
I know
next
where
to
this one is.
Territory Lounge.
Yeah.
And so,
And the Snow White comes
Yeah.
out with her friend.
yeah, Dopey and Grumpy. And so,
Are they all out there?
Territory Lounge. No, they can't afford
Yeah. They can't afford 7.
Sorry,
They're
the,
all
They booked
seven.
3.
the dwarves can't afford to all be there. Someone's got to stay back and work the mines.
Someone's got to be in the
mines.
mine.
The
Yeah,
mines.
you think at this many gems out of that mine, they'd be invested correctly at this point, but whatever.
Yeah. So, anyways, though, Rhino, Artist Point, Storybook Dining at Artist Point, the restaurant attached to Territory Lounge, the place that we keep talking about going to, and we still haven't gone to go to.
We got to go. There's
We
a potato
will.
flatbread.
Okay, so next up, Whispering Canyon Cafe. Now, Rhino, this is the lobby restaurant where they hoot and holler multiple meals throughout the day. No bar attached to this one, but the restrooms are just right around the corner.
Oh,
So
that's just like a bar.
yeah, basically. Has nothing to do with Roaring Fork, the quick service restaurant that's all the way down the long hallway that we ate at earlier this year, last year, somewhere
It
in
was
there.
earlier
It was
this year, I
somewhere.
think.
Yeah, I don't remember. But Whispering Canyon
No,
Cafe.
it was last year. Oh my
was last
God.
year.
It was
I think
last summer.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
No, you did that one.
No, they had the bee dessert. Wasn't that summer?
It was before we went to Alaska.
Was it?
Yeah, because we had just gotten back from the Wish Cruise. The media cruise.
Was
Oh
it?
wait, that's one time I had to go, and that video never saw the light of day.
Yeah,
And then
that
we
was
went
the one
again.
after our podcast cruise. DIS Unplugged. Is that the name of our channel? DIS
Yes.
Unplugged? And we're talking
DIS Unplugged.
Roaring Fork review. We'll get to the bottom of this.
I like when people see it and they're like, "Oh, DIS Unplugged," and I'll be like, "It's more like a Z, like Diz, like Disney."
Okay, the correct. When do you think we did the review?
Not this year.
No, it was definitely last year.
Okay, what month?
Towards
did
the
we
summer.
Do it?
It was last year. My guess, I'm going to put money on November.
I'm going to say September.
She knows she's wrong about summer. That's why.
Well, yeah, y'all are both wrong. Right in the middle of it, we did that review in October of 2022.
What if you were like,
So.
it was actually 2 weeks ago?
It was last week. Yeah. No, 2 weeks ago. Last week we reviewed. 2 weeks ago we reviewed Sci-Fi. So
That was 2 weeks ago?
That was 2 weeks ago, and then last week we reviewed, of course, Homecoming, where once again we've learned that we didn't get fried chicken. So shame on us for ruining what could have been a positive review for Chef Art Smith's
so that's the
Homecoming.
only thing you can eat there?
Yes.
Is that the audience that says that?
Now the requirements for doing reviews are they have to be positive, so you have to order the popular dishes at the restaurant and not the rest. Which begs the question: why do they have the rest of the menu?
Well,
if
most
they already-
restaurants open based on just one food item. Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah,
But I'm joking. I'm joking.
I'm not.
I'm not.
Okay, I was like, I've seen the bear.
Yeah, I'm being passive aggressive right now. That's okay. Finally, Geyser Point Bar and Grill. Now, Rhino, this is the one on the water.
Yeah, you can watch the electrical parade.
If you're there at night, I guess you could, buddy.
Yeah.
So, eat, treat, or trash. The choice is yours.
So it was Whispering, Artist Point, and Geyser.
Yes.
Who wasn't paying attention this time?
No, I was paying
Idiot.
attention, but we mentioned Roaring Fork, so it threw me for a little loop-de-loop. All right?
It's just tough. Honestly, this is tough. I am going to say I'm going to treat myself to Storybook Dining
Treat yourself.
because I missed it when we all reviewed it, and it's a character dining thing. I don't really care about Snow White, but I don't think I ever went to Artist Point either. So it just feels like the type of treat yourself environment.
It was. Artist Point was a fantastic restaurant.
Yeah. My mom went. She spoke very highly of it.
I loved
and
it.
so I was like, oh, I'm
I
gonna
will
do it.
say the bosses that we have, they always ragged on it. There was one meal that will always confuse me to my core because it was a 3-hour meal at Artist Point. Everyone was smiling, laughing, happy the entire time. And then we went back and did a review like the next day on the show. And it was awful. I'm like, no, we were all at the same restaurant, all having the same great experience. What happened in your mind that it just like completely changed? So that one always bothered me. But that was just your treat. You didn't say the other ones.
I know.
Oh,
I didn't.
okay.
So
You're welcome.
I think I'm going to eat at, this is tough because honestly, the Whispering Canyon, I like the variety of being able to order like a skillet because there's this plant-based skillet. There's other types of skillets. But I just don't like the shtick of the like loud, the waiter, the
I
service.
love it.
I don't get the whole thing. I don't know. It's just not my vibe. And so I think I'm going to trash that and I'm going to eat at Geyser Point. Even though I don't really ever eat when I go to Geyser Point, I just end up like having a cocktail. But even then, it's not my favorite cocktail bar on Disney property. But you go on the right night, the right weather, and you're out there. It can be quite lovely. However, I don't know that I enjoy any of their drinks on their menu. I feel like you have to order off the menu.
So in terms of the vibe at Whispering Canyon, you feel like sometimes the servers kill it?
Yeah. So I think for me, it's what I said before. Location is key, and I would definitely prefer the location of Geyser Point over Whispering Canyon as well.
So skillet good, servers kill it.
Skillet, yeah, too much Skrilla for that skillet.
I
And
couldn't
the
get there.
service
I tried to
could kill
connect.
it.
I couldn't get there. It's okay. Well, I didn't listen to anything you just said, but I'm sure
Perfect.
it was important.
information, but I'm sure it was words.
Good job.
No, I'm kidding. You said eat at Skillet. No.
No.
Geyser Point.
Yeah.
You said eat at Geyser Point, treat at Artist Point, Skillet at
Kill it.
Skillet
Kill
at
it. The
Whispering
skillet.
Pan.
Skillet.
Kill the skillet. Kill the skillet.
Kill it. Skillet.
Okay. Eric.
For me, I'm gonna eat at Whispering Canyon. I love
Okay.
that place. I like the whole
She
shtick.
likes the catch up.
Yeah.
I just think it's funny.
I like ketchup.
How'd she do that? Sorry.
I do like that restaurant. And then I'm going to treat myself to Artist Point. And then, sorry, but I am not a fangirl of the Geyser Point.
Yeah. Listen, Erica, we have the exact same one. Whispering Canyon, here's the thing. Breakfast or dinner. I'm not always a fan of the service either, as Rhino has talked about. I like the show, actually. I think it's a lot of fun there. It's just sometimes I feel like they get so into the show and like there's just, I mean, they're piling food out at tables that sometimes it feels like some tables get ignored versus others. And I know that's not what they're intending to do, but I feel like that's something with that restaurant. It just always happens anytime I eat there. But in terms of the breakfast, it's a solid breakfast menu with breakfast skillets, but then they also have just regular entrees for breakfast if you want that. Pepper jack cheese frittata or a ham and cheese omelet or even a seared Impossible burger for breakfast. Why not?
Why
Pulled
not?
pork sandwich for breakfast. That's where you're getting into brunch territory. I'll tell you that much. And I believe it does cross over into lunch in that way. But then on dinner, you have 4 different skillets that you could choose from, including that plant-based skillet, which I remember we were like, oh, actually, it wasn't that bad. But the best way to enjoy the skillets are kind of picking and choosing from each of them. But yeah, because there's so many options with the skillets, or even the couple regular entrees like a cedar plank salmon or New York strip, I feel like there's a lot there to eat every day and still be satisfied with it. And then with the treat, Artist Point, I love Artist Point. The character interaction with Snow White, it's just so well done. I missed Artist Point as it was. This one's still good. The problem is the menu's so small. It's $65 right now to eat there for an adult, $39 for children, but you only have a choice of it's the 3 appetizers that come together as shared appetizers. So like you have that, and then you choose one entree, and then you have the shared desserts. And so it's just there's not enough variety in terms of how you're doing that. So I'd leave that as a treat. And then Trash Geyser Point. Listen, there's some good menu items. That's it. The drinks are so. And I don't need to spend $9 on a Disney Bud Light, and I can't even spend that money on a Space Dust. Like it's not unique, and I don't like their cocktails for the most part. It's the Huckleberry Punch is overly sweet. The Black Cherry Mule is probably the one I normally go for anytime I'm there, but as soon as I see like sweet and sour on a drink item, I'm like, nope, get me away from that. And then the food I'm just met on. I used to like it, but I don't know. I don't love it anymore. Every time I go, it's like, oh, the barbecue brisket dip. Let's get that. I'm like, oh, it was okay. The wings, they're okay. Just everything ends up okay for me. So trashing that. Yeah. Eat, whispering, treat, Artist Point, trashing, Geyser Point. So I can't recap. We went through too many, and I'm not sure what we said for
You
any
better
of them.
be taking notes.
But I know this one was a tough one, especially with those audibles, getting rid of the quick service for them, and making it real difficult. That made this one a tough one, but it was a fun one. So we want to know how you would play the game, what you would eat, what you would treat, what you would trash. You can either tell us for each of the restaurants, or you can just say of all of them. You want to really challenge yourself, take those 4 resorts and decide in each one you have to choose and eat a treat or a trash. We should start making like an extra edition, like at home. Like, hey, for everyone who wants to play in the comments, here's your selection. You need to tell us which one you would do for this. Well, I mean, we could choose one of the resorts. Which one? Which one are we doing? Which one are we doing? Which one do we want them to select from? You know what?
Polynesian.
You know what? I'm gonna say it this way. Actually, we're gonna make this one. We're gonna make it for the people who are watching and listening to this one. You're doing a Monorail edition. Let us know in the comments. Eat, treat, or trash. You have California Grill, Citricos, and Ohana.
Ooh.
Let us know of those 3. Eat, treat, or trash. Do that. And that's gonna do it for this week's episode. So have fun. Play the game with us. And if you haven't eaten at any of those, just make sure to tell us that you haven't, and for that reason, you can't play the game. Joking. Still play the game. Okay. If you want to support us more, book a vacation through Dreams Unlimited Travel. Get a free no obligation quote today at dreamsunlimitedtravel.com. If you are watching this on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel. Hit the thumbs up. You already know what to comment, but if you have any other video suggestions, go ahead and leave those in the comments too. And if you are listening to this, subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts. And if you can leave us a rating and review, please take the time to do that as well. But that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you, Rhino and Erica, for playing the game.
Yep.
Thank you. Thank you at home, to everyone at home for listening and watching. And thank you to my home as well, I guess, too, for being a foundational support for me all these years. I really appreciate you. But that's going to do it for this week's episode of the Disney Dining Show. And we'll see you again next time with more culinary fun around Walt Disney World and beyond. Take care. Bye-bye. Stay hungry.
Yummy, yummy.